Hey, you guys, it's Zippy. Okay, let me see what time it is. All right. Hi. I know it's been a million years since I've spoken to you, but oh well. I am the only person in the free world who did not go to the Vegas meet and greet. Me and the Tiptons and Nicole. And you know what? For me, it was perfectly okay. I'm not a Vegas type gal. You would think I would be, but I'm really just not. So I stayed at home. And anyway, I have been both busy and not busy at all. And well, um, yesterday, well, let me start with this. I've been going to Daytona Beach to see my homeless people, my homies, and they go and they eat dinner on Monday night at a church in Daytona Beach. And what they do is they go in and they listen to music, and there's a message, and then they go and they eat. And sometimes I sit down with them, but what I've been doing is serving them, serving up tea, helping the people that are there, get the table set and stuff like that. So depends on what they're serving. Some meals are not that good, and some of them aren't that bad. So, um, anyway, but what I do when I go down there is, and this will sound very strange to some of you, but what I do is when I go down there, I try to look kind of pretty. Because I try to make sure that I have a little bit of makeup on. I make sure that I have just got a bath, my hair is clean and my skin is clean, and I try to make sure I'm just a little bit pretty, because what happens is, and I try to make sure I have a lotion with perfume in it, or a little bit of something light, because sometimes when they're in the service, I'll come up behind the guys and I'll put my arms around them, like down around them, and I hug them from behind. They're sitting there, and I'll come up behind them and I'll hug them, and every once in a while, one of them will just lay there for a while, lay in my arms for a little bit. And I know that this sounds very odd, but to me, it's almost like a comforting thing, because so much of their world is harsh. And I think when they can find someone or something who will let them do it, someone uh, feels like home, if that makes any sense at all. Now, I don't let them lay their heads on my boobs by any means. We're not going home that much. No one's tried either, but I try to kind of make sure I don't hug them real tight. I kind of do that. But I ain't stupid. So, and neither are they. But, I just love them, and they're just precious, and I just love them. Uh, and then yesterday, our church is going to do a feeding program, and the kids, since school's coming out, is going to be out. They're not going to be able to get their reduced breakfast and lunch. So what's going to happen is the schools are going to bring those to us, or the government is, or this program is, I don't know, Second Harvest or Harvest Time or whatever. They're going to bring those lunches and those breakfasts to us, and the kids will come to this church and either pick them up or they'll eat them there. So we'll be doing breakfast and lunch every day, except for over the weekend. And then So they've asked me to head that up. So I'm more than happy to do that. It's just going to be a lot of work unless I do it right. If I do it wrong, it'll be a lot of work for me. I can't come. What? You know. Uh, and then tomorrow I'm going up to a church, a Catholic church, to see how they are doing their food pantry. So, because my church wants to start a food pantry. And then, last but not least, um, I dyed my hair today, and this is not the last but not least, but I did dye my hair today. It's awfully dark, don't you think? Anyway, this side is not behaving. It just wants to lay flat, and it's driving me crazy. But anyway, I digress. Um, we have, we're going to be starting, our church is going to be starting into some really, I think, some very significant, very serious ministry, and probably starting up in the winter, maybe the beginning of the year, but we've got a nonprofit designation now, which is, it's called a 501c3. We can write grants, write corporations and ask them for money or funding for a project, or corporations will offer funding for a project, but they don't like giving money to churches. So what they do is a lot of the churches will get their own non-profit designation. They'll be a nonprofit organization, so that we can write grants asking corporations and foundations for money, so that we can do some things. The homeless shelters, the feeding programs, the pantries, the auto ministries. There's a lot. There's a lot. And so we've got it. And so we're going to be doing that come very shortly. It's an amazing proposition. I just feel like my church is about to explode in being able to help the community, and I'm in the middle of it, and I am so happy to be in the middle of it. I applied for Social Security disability income, and I've got real mixed feelings about it, because I've always been taught that if you can do a job, if you can do anything at all, you work. But a lot of people have been telling me, Martha, if anybody deserves to not work, that would be you, because of my injuries. But so I applied, and they said it'll be declined the first time. I got that letter of decline today. Declination, is that the word? I got that letter today, so we resubmit. And I've got a group that's working with me. So we'll resubmit it and see if I get it the second time. Then what that does is it's going to buy me a little bit of time until I can figure out what I'm doing. God's kind of told me what I'm supposed to be doing, so anyway, I'll keep you posted. But it's a very exciting time for me, and very exciting time for my church. So I'm going to throw up one more video, because there's no way I could possibly get it all in this one segment, 10-minute segment. So hang loose. We've got another one coming. Watch both of them. Okay? All right. I'll see you in a minute. Bye.